Hello, hello. Welcome to this week's Heartfelt Conversations with Iskra Petrova. And I have a very special guest here with me in the studio, Janina Smar, an international fashion designer, haute couture designer, and a very dear friend. And she will tell you herself more about what she's doing and how she's inspiring people all over the world. But I want us to not waste your time and dive straight into our very important conversation today, which is about one of the inner critics, the one that is making you fear the judgment of other people. Before we get to that, I want first to touch on a little bit different topic, which is the introduction into the big topic of these internal conversations that we all have. And it is about changing identity. So, Janine, now please introduce yourself and tell us how you shifted your identities from being a distinguished fashion designer, making shows, fashion shows all over the world, and what are you doing right now? And was this transition easy for you? And I also am opening another bracket to say that we met with Janine several years ago, maybe 4 or 5 exactly during this period of transition for her, but also
Mhm.
for me. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Yes, I was and still consider myself a fashion designer with shows all over. But that gave me um, a lot of experience and a lot of point of views from different part of the world. And I came out with what is the main thing that we all have the same to really look good and really feel good because during my 34 years of being a fashion designer, I realize how much appearance can affect not only how we feel, but also the important thing is perception and assumptions. And that is what I really wanted people to know that, you can change your appearance and have people perceive you the way you want them and not just keep it random. And yes, when we met, I was starting to thinking about coaching and I was starting to look around on the internet to know how to do that. And that's how we met. And I am so happy with it.
Yes, absolutely. So tell us about your transition. How were you experiencing yourself and also expressing yourself as an established fashion designer, and then it wasn't all of a sudden, because it was a process of growing and learning new skills about coaching and mentoring and teaching people,
Mhm.
even though you have been doing that as well as part of your work as a fashion designer. But what was challenging for you? Did you have any doubts? What were the things that, of course, you feel comfortable sharing with us here with our
Yeah.
audience? Because I believe that there are many leaders of the heart and of the mind who are um, contemplating on starting maybe a new career or opening a new way of expression for themselves to create more value and more impact, personal impact in other people. So I want to hear whether you were hearing back then any voices that were telling you, what were they telling you? Would you like please to share with us?
Sure.
Exactly.
So for me, back when I was still a designer, I was giving seminars because I wanted people to know what are their colors and how do they know their body shape, etc. But what made me really think about it seriously is a very touchy story for me because my mom had cancer and I had to spend a lot of time with her. I wanted to spend a lot of time with her. And during that time, I realized that when it's about time to leave this world and go, what do we leave behind? And my parents, because my dad had passed away before, and my parents impressed me by not what they left us, their children, house, etc., companies, but about what people said about them and the impact they left in the world. And I was thinking, like, as a designer, I am going to leave this world, and that's it. All the knowledge and everything that people can use from my knowledge will be gone. So then I decided, how about structuring a little bit more my knowledge and put it in a way that people can actually use it? Because for me, I was born with that, thank God. I look at a person, I know what color looks good on them, I know what they should wear, should not wear. The picture comes in my mind automatically. However, um, there is a normal way for a structure that people can use to know their color, because if they know their, we've been through that. You and I, the color of your blood. I show you a couple of things you can do. Then you know what colors look good on you. If you use the colors that look good on you, then you feel good. Your energy is there. Then, if your energy is there, you give a better productivity. So, the whole mechanism for me was important to be in a way that people can actually use it, learn it as a skill, and not wait for it as a talent, or say I was not born with this, so I won't know, and I need this person or this person. That's what triggered me. And during that time also, I was moving from Lebanon, my original country, to the States, not for the first time, but this time with my kids. I wanted to spend more time with my kids, and then the pandemic happened. And then I'm like, okay, this is what I need. Courses online that can help people know exactly what to wear and gain the confidence that they need to move forward, and know that this is a language that you speak, that talks to the mind, and that is what makes it powerful. So here we go.
Yeah, but I want to hear about your own resistance, maybe, if there
Ah,
was any, into changing your employ into more focused, supporting people as a teacher, as a mentor, as a coach. Was there anything like that, or it was an easy transition for you?
oh, no, no, no. No, no, because I'm so much perfectionist, or I know nothing is, has to be perfect, but I like perfection. So I've been studying and studying and taking courses and understanding how digital marketing works and how to talk to people, how to attract people. For me, it was very, very difficult, honestly, and long. I'm used to decide to do something. I just do it, and I couldn't because I did not know the tools I needed, the way you need to bring people. I was, used to have a fashion show and then have clients come to me. I'm not used to go and tell them, come, I need to tell you about this. How to do that was extremely difficult, but and time consuming and very long. But when you have the will,
Yeah.
you do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think it's important to be speaking about these things because I don't know about you, Janine, and I don't know about you, our viewer. And please share with us in the comments below whether you agree with us, whether your experience has been similar or different. But when we are moving from one industry to another, or when we're adding a different aspect of our professional self expression, um, especially when we're driven by the desire or by the calling to be supporting people on a deeper level, there is so much to learn. There are so many aspects because this is a totally different universe. Especially when we are talking about starting an online business, or at least having using online marketing to attract new audiences when we're working with the international audiences, with international clients. And I feel that many specialists, many experts make it seem like very easy, like kind of magical. You go through a course and you're a ready coach, or you're already a content creator, and things happen like that. And you take this strategy and you start attracting your ideal clients. And when we follow these promises, then the disappointment is so big when things don't work exactly the way we have thought that they would work for us, and then we start comparing ourselves with others, and then these little voices that I am trying to bring into the conversation from the beginning, the voices of our inner critics, they start becoming louder and louder. So what was the do you recognize any of these voices, and which one would you say was the loudest? For me, as a film producer or audio video producer, because we were producing mainly commercial projects, as well as we were serving documentaries and music video productions in Bulgaria with my film production company. Changing my field of work from film production to coaching, the most loud voice that I was hearing was the fear of judgment. What would my colleagues, ex-colleagues would say? What would my clients, film directors, marketing directors, the whole film crew that has been working with me, and I already had, I was established, I was featured in some international industry magazines, and I was fearing, now I'm going to start talking about some spiritual stuff, some emotional stuff. I'm going to become vulnerable because I want to show my clients that they have to be vulnerable. So I need to be walking my talk. What would people think about me? This was the most loud voice. And of course, I recognize as well the voice of the perfectionist. Like as film producer, taking care of so many visually appealing elements, we have very high levels. We are critical because our productions, audiovisual products, they have to look good, they have to sound good, the camera has to be positioned properly, the makeup has to be done well, the background has to be well made, and so many voices. But the strongest one was this one. What would people think or say about me now that I'm starting as a newbie in a new field, a new coach, without the long CV. So this was something that was really a thing that I had to work through. And especially, I started seeing the results when I started working with my own coaches. And please, I invite you, if you're tuning in now, share with us where are you connecting from, and also what resonates from the things that we are talking about here with Janine. So, Janine, what were the or what were did you distinguish any particular inner critic, or there were a couple?
Yes, there were more than one. For me, it was a little bit what I was as a big fashion designer, but I'm still in the same field. I'm still telling them all the things that I used for them to make them look their best is now being given to them to have to use it. So I was still okay there. However, I did not have the team that I used to have. I was used to have a bigger team, and now because I wanted to prioritize my family, I didn't want any overheads. I didn't want big expenses for what I was doing. So I was trying to keep the level of production that I also used to have doing it myself. And that actually pulled me a lot down because I wouldn't put anything out because I'm not liking what I'm seeing. I know it could be done better. It could be done more with more creativity, but I was sitting there and doing it. And actually, that took out all my excitement, all my enthusiasm, and it provided me from putting things out there, for giving this knowledge that I have for everybody because I'm not happy with the way I'm giving it. So that was a big one for me. Also, I actually had your help with that one time when back in my country we had one of the biggest explosion that made 300,000 people be out of their homes. And I went to you, remember? And I said, Iskra, how can I talk about appearance when my country is going through so much hard time surviving after such a big tragedy? And I had that critic in my mind saying like, no, no. And you came to me and said, do it for them. Do you remember? You
Yeah.
told me, do it for them, do it to make them see something else other than all the chaos and the negative environment they are living in. So I had that one too. But I
Yes.
think the perfectionist in me was my biggest one.
Yes, absolutely. This is what I was going to say, that the one that is stopping you from showing up with the things that look imperfect, like the voice
Mhm.
of this inner critic, the perfectionist, is so strong, and it's very strong. I have seen through the work with my clients, is very strong for people who are experts, for people who have already
Mhm.
proven their talent, their skills, their heart, who are already established in their profession, they're knowing the industry, and now all of a sudden they have to start doing something with baby steps. And how
Yeah.
can you let yourself out when,
Yeah.
as you said,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know the things could look better, sound better, have a
Mhm.
better edit on your video, have a better branding elements, etc., etc. So we can forever continue perfecting and not putting our
Mhm.
work out there. And the thing to help us take these small action steps and start making changes is knowing that we are going to help at least one person and change their lives. And it may sound as a very big word, but giving hope, making someone connect with our personal stories, making someone start believing in themselves, making someone look a bit more confident when they have to take to make a video, to connect with their community, or to find the courage to talk with their family. This is so important. And thank you for bringing this memory from our work together. It was in the program about empowering the abundance mindset.
Mhm.
I it really touched me, this thing that we worked with you together, because I know your power. I have been through your signature program, and this helped me enormously understanding the balance, the need of knowing my colors, the skin, and this combination that I have now is absolutely aligned with the work that we did together. Feeling confident, feeling better, so that I can be more visible and I can speak to more people, is something that is making a difference, not in my life only, but also in the life of other people. And the same way, when we went through this um, belief or block, or listening to the words of your inner critic, that I wouldn't call it, it wasn't the perfectionist. It was something that was the voice, maybe, of uh, your consciousness, and
That too.
telling you
Yeah.
people are suffering. Who am I to come out and speak to them about some things that are not existentially important? But we have the pyramid of Maslow, and people above the survival needs, above the basic needs, they have some other needs, the higher level needs, the aspirations, the self-actualization, the self-realization, and giving them the example of what you do and how much you can succeed in a different country, touching so many people around the world, is an example that can be followed. It's something to give people hope. So I was so grateful. I was so moved by this particular session that we had together. And yeah,
There
thank you
is
for
there is
reminding.
also another thing that pushes us to do what we do. If we really care about helping people, if we are really doing it to help those who need it. For me, it was so clear that people think that appearance is only about how you look and how you feel, and they do not see the importance of it when it comes to perception and assumptions, because this is a game changer in anybody's life. It is the key to the door. I actually call it the gate of opportunities, because especially nowadays where everything is so going quickly, everything is speed, 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 and everything is on the internet. What is it that you're doing that will make people really know who you are, so they can stop and then give you the chance to do whatever you need to do to convince them for whatever you want to convince them, right? So it's changing the whole perception of how we see appearance. It is not only about us, it's about the power of assumption and perceptions, and you controlling it to give yourself the chance to have the possibility to change, the possibility to touch people's life, the possibility to do you in the best way you can. So it's the you as a production, in production, you will know that depending on the point of view that you're putting your camera, you see different things, right? And we talk about optical illusions. I'm sure you know all about that. And that's what I really felt like. People don't know. You don't know that there is such a simple way of manipulating colors and that will attract people. There's such a way of actually not using certain colors so you can avoid the biggest mistake. They just don't know. They don't know. And I really want to have this image, um, this perception about image passed to as many people as I want. So I really believe it's my mission. It's my mission. So I will accept not to being perfect, just being good enough.
Yeah, this is so beautiful. I'm so grateful that you said it, and I also so much love your passion talking about colors, talking about image, talking about your work, and this is why I also love to work with people like you and with other change makers who have the passion to help other people, and that's why
Absolutely.
we're also collaborating together. If you will if you're interested in finding more confidence in yourself to put
Thank you.
your hard work out there, and this is me talking to our amazing audience right now, follow me, follow Janine, because we are creating something beautiful. We
Mhm.
are contributing to each other's works, and very soon I will be making an invitation to an amazing journey, which is one of the shortest programs that I'm putting out there, but it's still early to talk about it. But Janine is one of my contributing partners. So I'm really excited about that, to help people connect with themselves, connect with their authenticity. As you said,
Mhm.
Janine, be who you are, but it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be mastering your appearance, the way people perceive you, the way people hear you. So there will be lots of really interesting and useful tools that I will be sharing with you, and one of them is the short program that Janine is creating specially for my program. So stay tuned in it. Stay tuned in and follow me to learn more, because I will be putting out more in the coming weeks. But for now, coming back to these voices of the inner critics, and I have a free PDF that you can download below. I will share the link so that you get accustomed. There, it's not just the perfectionist, it's not just the voice of the fear of judgment. There are 8 more different inner critics. I want us to conclude this conversation, this heartfelt conversation today, with with my question to Janine, but also to you who are watching us now. What is the easiest small step that someone can take today, overcoming all these critical voices in the head? Maybe we can take some small actions to change our appearance. Maybe we can take the power pose of superwoman. Maybe we can reset our energy through breathing. What are the things that you do for yourself, Janine, but also what you advise your clients so that they feel more confident being who they are, but also applying the things that you are teaching them to do?
For for me, the number one step is understanding that the mood and the motivation comes after action. That is my number one step that everybody needs to do. We wait for the motivation, wait for the mood to actually do what we have to do. So know that action comes before mood and motivation, right? So for me is self-awareness. Self-awareness is where I am right now, where I would like to be, or at least a good place enough for me to move forward. So if you have this self-awareness, and it's actually the first module that we have in our Confident Best Look program, is where you are. And most importantly, gather family or good friends and tell them, if there is one word that you would say that describe me best, what would that be? And then check, is that how you would like to be? Is that how you would like people to see you? Is that actually going to be something that will help you move forward in life? For me, that's the first step. People say knowing your why, right? And why would you want to do that step? Because nobody likes to stay wherever we are. We are human beings that actually walk forward, right? Nobody likes to walk backwards. And I think no matter where you are in life, if you know that you can improve that thing that not only makes you look good, not only makes you feel good, but also makes your world better, your business better, your family better, your life better. Of course, you know, we would do it. But first, you have to know if you accept where you are right now and where you would like to be.
Mm,
That's my very
beautiful.
first step, I think. Like,
Thank
stop and figure that out. And if you think that you're stuck, then just know it's all about learning it and wanting to learn it. And I think in what you do in my program, where I help people in every single way where they are right now to where they want to be the most confident person. I asked for your help because you're the one, if they know what to do but they actually don't have that step that tells them, that activates the moment where they're going to start moving to do it, then they will not do it, right? So it's this is why I think what we do is so well together, because I can help them believe in themselves and make sure that they are in control of their perception and how people will assume who they are. But if actually they don't do it, if they learn everything and they don't do it, then they're not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
Yeah, if they're not in the right mindset to
Mhm.
take action and to make these steps that are necessary and to be consistent and to feel inspired from within and not simply wait for the motivation from outside, things will not change. They can continue consuming information and
Mhm.
piling up programs and courses. And when action is not taken, there will not be any change. And I absolutely agree with you that self-awareness is the foundation from where someone starts when they want to make long-lasting, sustainable changes. And I can add something else, like an injection or push to start making the very first steps is to find a way to create a small win. And this is a thing that I started adding over the last years into my work, because I see that when someone is getting ready to take action for a big transformation, these voices, they become very loud. And very often people feel stuck in this in between space, knowing that I need to take action, but the voices are so loud. So what helps is make something, create a small victory, take a small doable action without overthinking. Just now, put the lipstick, wash your hair, make a phone call, make
Yeah.
someone smile, share your love with someone, make something, do something that is easy, that doesn't require big efforts from you, so that you feel better, you raise your vibration, you change your mood instantly. And then when you elevate yourself and when you feel in a better emotional or an energetical space, because I love to work with energy, I love to use the body as one of our main
Mhm.
tools, then you can take a breather and then you can say, okay, so now let's see where we are actually and what is the good big work, deep work that we need to take. And then we start going deeper with self-awareness, with checking the values, the beliefs, the needs. We set goals, we set intentions, and sometimes goals are not the right thing to do. So if you want to learn more, feel free to connect with me, feel free to connect with Janine. We have our separate programs, but we also collaborate, so I'm really excited about that. And the last thing I
So,
want to tell you, I'm sorry, yeah, you
yeah.
wanted to add something?
So I wanted, basically what you're saying is awareness, and because you said win, awareness and action will actually give you a win, because
Absolutely.
as, and most importantly, a small step, not wait
Yeah.
for that big step, right? So
Yeah.
I just wanted to say like how happy I am that we're collaborating, because with your mindset, and or how you help people with their mindset, and with the confidence, the physical, the projection, the perception, etc., that I give, I feel like our friends, our students will have such an important baggage, that they will have in them, that they will be using to move forward and get that goal, and actually doing it,
Yeah.
and feeling the victory of arriving, because they have all the tools. I'm so excited about it.
I'm really excited because tomorrow I'm recording my contribution to your program, and I can't wait to to set my studio
Looking
and
for
to
it.
do this short program that is going to add value to your program. And I'm looking forward to your module that will be added to mine that I'm not talking yet about. But
Absolutely.
now I want to um, the last words of today's heartfelt conversations. I want to invite you, if you're still here with us, we really appreciate you. Share with us, or just take a note in your own journal. What is the smallest, easiest action step that you can take right now? Remember, Lao Tzu has said, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one simple step. What is the smallest action step that you can take right now to start feeling better about yourself, to start feeling contributing to something,
Mhm.
to start feeling being of service? Because when we are of service to others, the energy that we put out there comes back to us 10 or 100-fold. So today the heartfelt conversation was with my special guest Janina Smar, international fashion designer and an amazing coach. And I'm looking forward to our next conversations, either in my DM or in the comments below, or again on the Heartful Conversations next week. Stay tuned with us, follow us, and I have a little gift for you, the free PDF with the 10 inner critics that I'm sure will help you take a small action today and bring you more sense, a deeper sense of self